right, guys. So last several weeks we've been working mount defensive. So let's talk about for me, I'm kind of short, and like even with somebody that's relatively close to my size, my knees aren't really on the ground that much. People who are bigger than me, I'm usually like teeter-tottering back and forth. I'm 5'7". It just is what it is, right? So something that I like to do a lot, especially if their arms are in tight, it is very hard to take an arm away from somebody, okay? So what and a lot of times when we're talking about guys that know what they're doing, which is, worst case scenario, but also best way to train, somebody who knows what they're doing, right? I'm gonna assume that if they got tight frames, they're covered up, right? Especially if this is self-defense, they are going to be bridging and turning up onto their hip. Boom, which means I need to be cutting to triple attack very quickly. Now, as I'm coming to triple attack, and I will usually do this as I transition, I try to scoop up that bottom arm. The bottom arm is the important one because this is the one they're going to be able to start offsetting your leg with and trying to bring, their knee back in. It might feel cool because this is close to attack this first to try to push this across or do something with it, but that's not going to stop them from putting you in half guard. So if they get the gi grip, I usually go under the hand, I pull up, and then I'm establishing the sleeve. If they're around my ankle and only around my ankle, I'll go to the sleeve, and again, I'm just going to lift, and then I prefer to go thumb in on this collar right here, right? That way I'm dropping the blade of my forearm across. Now, what I want to think about doing is they're not just going to let you take this arm and set it over here on the mat, right? I'm going to drop my elbow across the neck and jawline, depending upon whether he's got his chin tucked or not, of course. And I'm going to reinforce my knee up behind his arm to push this away. And I'm dropping my forehead down to the ground with my knee back down to the ground. That way, if they start bridging, right, I've got an extra post on the ground controlling them, and I'm squeezing my knees around their hips, okay? Once they settle down, this is where you're gonna start feeling a difference, right? If I will pick my body up on purpose to let them thread that arm through, a lot of times they'll try to fight to that arm, good. I'm just gonna slide up and I wanna get my chest behind their shoulder. If I get my chest behind their shoulder, it's hard for them to pull this back. Plus, now my knee's behind the back right here, right? Makes it harder for them to come to their back. I'm gonna be reaching around the head. In the event they post on my arm, right? That's fine, I'm just gonna walk my arm up. Now I have the wrist. If they don't, I can grab the wrist, I'm gonna feed this over, catch to here. So now I'm gonna get my reverse Kimura grip, and I'm gonna again slide back and keep my chest behind their shoulder, okay? I wanna come up like a crab ride, and I'm gonna sit to my butt. As I sit to my butt, I'm lifting them up. If you try to roll like a hot dog, your legs are gonna get stuck underneath them, and getting the back control is gonna be really, really difficult. So again, I slide, I sit to my butt, so I'm lifting them up. I've got that chest to back connection now. I can catch to here. In the event they bring their knee and elbow together, so I can't get this in. I'm gonna keep my foot here, bring it down, and I'm gonna stomp on my ankle and stretch it out. Now I can get my hook in, establish back control. 1, 2, 3, we got our 4 points.